The Detroit Lions defensive line has been having its struggles of late. 4 of their contests, they have accumulated no sacks, and we've been missing the presence of someone on that defensive line. And you can tell from the thumbnail who I'm talking about, Mr. Isaiah Buggs. Now, I made a video about him. I want to say it was yesterday. Had no idea this information was coming. But again, when we look at Twitter, a lot of things are kind of conveyed through social media, and you tend to look into it, right? Now, before, when we looked into this, there was some truth to it. We talked about Isaiah Buggs, and right before the season began, as a matter of fact, right before I went to Kansas City, Buggs, we found out that saw some stuff coming out that he wiped his Twitter of everything Detroit Lions, had a little black circle, and then he came up with, he changed his banner, I mean, everything. And then he didn't play for the next 2 games. Then he was back, and he tweeted right before that happened, he was active. And then he disappeared again, and he's been inactive pretty much. He was a healthy scratch for the Los Angeles Chargers, which still counts as a game, apparently, and we have not seen him in the contest after that, the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. And now we are playing the New Orleans Saints. And I kind of want to get your opinion on what you feel like this means. And this is coming from Isaiah Buggs' Twitter. It's funny because I wasn't following him before this, and then now I am. Well, not this instance, but the earlier one. Coming from Isaiah Buggs earlier this afternoon. Stay the course and stay prayed up. God gonna put you in a better situation. Just keep him first. He knows what he's doing, only for the better. Now, what does this mean? Does this mean, again, is this Isaiah's way of trolling us? Remember, he did it before. I don't know if it was intentional, unintentional. Does this mean he's going to play? Does it mean he's not going to play? I mean, what is happening with Isaiah Buggs? Now, I was asked about this in the live stream, Spike Kool-Aid, and I was asked, someone said, hey, did you see Isaiah Buggs' Twitter? And if he was in the game, if he wasn't a healthy scratch, if he wasn't inactive for the last 2 and 3 games, this wouldn't be an issue. It's just like winning. Winning does not cure things. Winning covers things. If you think about the difference between the Chicago Bears and 4 days later against the Green Bay Packers, same situations. Jared Goff turned the ball over, but we won. So it was like, man, he turned the ball over, but we pulled it out. So it didn't hurt as much, right? So then we get to the Green Bay Packer game, 3 turnovers, but we lose. And now everybody's losing their mind because winning covers things. They don't cure anything. So with Isaiah Buggs, he's not playing, putting out cryptic tweets like this. Now, on the plus side, I forgot to bring this out the first time I was around. The first time going into Kansas City, he had wiped everything clean. But as you see here, if we click on his profile pic, he's still dressed up in Lions gear. Before, this was just a black circle. And down here, he says, tackle for the Lions. Before that, the timing when we went to Kansas City, this was a black dot. This has been here since, but then he had scrubbed his social media of anything Detroit Lions. This was gone, and this picture was not there. So is it something to worry about? I'm not going to say worry about, I mean, because we don't know what's going on here, but I think that's the thing. What exactly is going on? I did see through the comment section, people saying that it was some argument that he might have had with Aaron Glenn. And I get that if the Detroit Lions are trying to assert their authority over Isaiah Buggs. As a matter of fact, that looked like when he was in Kansas City, but the background looks blue, but he looked like that in Kansas City. But it's like, okay, you have to weigh the options. Do you keep a guy out because you might have had a little tiff, a disagreement, but he can help the team? Or do you prove a message? Do you keep him out because you got to show him who's boss? I don't know. I'm not his coach. I don't know. I know as a man talking to another man, sometimes we see what happened between the man who shall not be named and Darius Slay and all that stuff that came out. So I'm not saying any of that stuff happened. I'm just simply saying, where do you draw the line at, hey, you know what? We not getting along. We don't see eye to eye, but it's for the greater good of the team that you play, which I think it would be for the greater good that he plays. I mean, we have Quentin Bohanna playing. He comes out. Buggs go in. I mean, right now, I fully expect Broderick Martin to be inactive for like the 15th time in a row this Sunday. So, I mean, at some point, we're going to have to put this guy in so he can help our team. I mean, again, the pass rush is lacking. And from what I looked at, it does make a difference when Isaiah Buggs is in the game. Just going by the stats and stuff like that, he's another body that you have to account for. So I would say, figure this thing out. Get this man in the game. And then decide in the offseason, what are you going to do with Isaiah Buggs? Whether, I don't remember his contract details. I know he came from Pittsburgh. We signed him, and then we gave him another contract. But I don't know what we do. It doesn't seem like he'll be back for 2024. So leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of another tweet from Isaiah Buggs? Is it something to look into, or just another dude tweeting and it means not a thing? Let me know in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.